little bit chilly down here today with our open plan kitchen diner right now. But today that tarpaulin's coming off and we're gonna get the bifolds hopefully in. Quick cup of coffee. Let's get this day started. Welcome to the manor. So one of the first and most important parts of doing this for the RSJs is to get the strong boys into the actual walls to support the upper tiers, because you don't do that, things go bad really quick. So here I am just chiseling out, getting ready to get everything, all the strong boys in. And then what I'll do is I'll smack the strong boys in, get the acros up, and that'll be the upper tier supported. Strong boys in. So I just level out this ground a bit, put some scaffolds down, get the acros up, go inside, get the acros up inside, and we're ready to start chopping out. And once that's done, we'll be ready to knock it down. And that's the scary bit really, because if it goes wrong, I'm leaving the country, because Vic will kill me. So there's a little bit of learning on the job here. What I didn't realise with the strong boys is you can't just simply like whack the acros straight underneath. You have to go bend them in an angle and then slot them in so they lock in. But once you've got that sussed, they got really quick. So that's the outside acros in position, but not actually wound up yet. We've got to get them square and whatnot. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. Go to the inside now, and then start cutting some lines. Sometimes it very much feels like you're going backwards to go forwards. So now I need to get this genie lift into there, which means I need to remove that acro. So let's go back and get it in. Oh yeah, we've got to get it over that RSJ as well. Well, just like everything, you think you can get things done in a day and it always rolls over to the next. So here I am, opening up, ready for a fresh new start. Good morning. Oh. So today is an edgy day. Got Sam with me, good friend who came over last night. He's going to put a couple of days in with me. Today we're getting this wall out and I'm full of anxiety, because the truth is, if this goes wrong, I ain't got half a house. So we're doing it methodically, carefully. We're going to get some more acros up here for the time being, and then tomorrow James is back and we're going to get the actual RSJ in here. So let's see where we end up, guys. I'm a little bit scared. And here we go again. But today, that's definitely coming down. I've got my best friend Sam come over, give me a hand for a couple of days. He's staying over. So we're going to work really hard to get this sorted. So tomorrow, James can come and finish off and help with us put the actual RSJ in. Ta-da! Sam and I, we've done a thing. So got rid of the majority of it, but there is one big thing looming. And that's some leases back there, and they're solid. So what we're going to try and do is use the genie, get as close as we can, tap them out and lower them down. Well, that's the theory. There you go, mate. Yeah. So a bit of a clear up. Yeah, boy. It's looking good. Ooh, man. Anybody fancy some bricks to build a house? Sam and I have actually got the main wall down. Now is the big bits. Now we've got to get down the lintels, and they're solid concrete with rebar. Oi, Sam. Out comes the genie. We've wrenched it up as high as we can onto where the lintel is. We're going to do a few cuts, try and tap it down, lower it, save ourselves getting absolutely damaged or smashed up. then we'll work our way along. That just come down from there on the genie, and now we've got this pickle because that weighs a lot and it won't winch down any lower, and we don't know why, so we've got to wait for an engineer to come out and tell us what's going on. But until then, we don't know what to do. And man, I tell you, we thought the RSJs were heavy. These lintels were absolute beasts. Unbelievable weight. Guess what Sam and I done?
What a day.
What a day. Woo! Look at this. Oh my God, guys. That was hard graft. Today was a proper shift. And stressful and scary and unknown and time consuming. However, perseverance paid off because that is now totally out. So between Sam, me and James tomorrow, we're going to attempt to get this massive steel in. We've now got two, what do they call them now? Lifts. I forgot what they're called. We've got two lifts now, which is going to help us out a lot. Sam's going to be doing a lot of plumbing, but all in all, I'm eternally grateful to the people that keep putting a shift in for me. Until then, we are going to go chill out, have a shower because we smell like rats. And then, wow, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it, when I've got guests? Going to the pub. See you later. Bye. Morning, people. It's the calm before the storm. So I'm going to go get James soon. Sam's here. And today is a big push to get this massive RSJ up on this wall. Got to do some work for the pillars. I've got to crank it up. It's a lot of weight. It's probably half a tonne's worth. And I'd be lying if I didn't say I am worried. Not because it won't go right, because it will go right. It's just things can go wrong really quickly when you mess around with weight at height. And yesterday was a good example of that when we was taking down the window thresholds, which turned out to be proper chunky bits of concrete. So yeah, I'm going to drink my coffee, sit down for 5 minutes, have a suss out, enjoy this beautiful day again. We've been so lucky, and then make this happen, because I can't leave the house like this for much longer. Underway. I've got Sam up doing a bit here and there on plumbing for me. He's plumbed in the downstairs loo for me, all the sink and the basin and everything on the waste for me. I've got James there now sorting out the pad stone. I've literally just took out that side there. So once the pad stones are in, we can then start thinking about getting this RSJ up and putting it in place. That's when it gets sketchy. Although I was moaning about it earlier on because all the water's off because Sam's doing plumbing, this is still live. James has an ingenious idea of using a hose clamp clip onto the valve to give us water to do the cement mix. Absolute legend. What's your head? So this is where shit gets real. And I'm a little bit nervous, as we all are. So James has done the pad stones for us, which means only one thing. Time to get the RSJ in position. Problem is, all these strong boys are there, acros in there. We've got to move things around methodically around these to get a 4 metre plus RSJ into the air. Wish us luck. That was the freakiest, scariest thing I think I've ever done in my life. But
she was creaking, wasn't she? They both was creaking.
RSJ is in, not fixed, but in. The next stage tonight is we're going to put the acros up underneath it, support it all.
We've got to
let the pad stones go off overnight. And then tomorrow what we're going to do is we'll wind it all up, get it all packed in, settled in. Yeah, massive respect for these two, because I couldn't do it without them. But I tell you what, I say it a lot, but tonight definitely we're having a few beers. Oh, I'm so relieved. And then tomorrow that'll be pretty much all the structural work done, and then we start putting the whole place back together again. But I must say, and I say this a lot, I'm truly humbled with the people, my friends, Sam, James, Paul, Steve, the list goes on, who put the time in to help me, and it's not forgotten about for sure. So if you've got friends like that, make sure you look after them as much as they look after you. Definitely think we've earned a Chinese tonight, and then I'm gonna get in the bath and I'm gonna soak for ages, because now I can have a bath because Sam fixed our bath for us. And also loads of plumbing. He plumbed in the downstairs for us, he's done the radiators, he's a legend. So we start again tomorrow. Give Sam a shout. Yo! And today is a bit more quieter, serene, chilled. Weather's still beautiful, but alas, unfortunately, these pillars behind me, the cement hasn't gone off overnight. So there's not much we can do on the RSJ front. That, however, doesn't mean to say things can't be done. It's just little old me today. And what I thought is, if I can't do anything with the RSJs, then I do need to start cracking on getting some of this ready for the kitchen, which is coming in about 4 weeks' time. And I need to absolutely seal this door. So I'm gonna frame it out, plasterboard it, and then on the other side, literally going to take the plasterboard all the way across, and then we're going to re-skim it. So that's my job today. Let's go.
In every moment, my love will be attentive, concealed forever, always, every moment.
So, framed out, it's quite crude, but it doesn't need to be anything spectacular because it's not supporting anything. All this is to hold a bit of plasterboard on. What I've done there is I have notched the groove out at the top, coming through and here, because what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to have the light switches and everything on the other side, and also I want to make this an interactive home. So I'm going to have an interface, and it needs only a live and a neutral, which will actually run off light switch. So yeah, so that's all done. So this can be boarded up now, and that'll be another job done.
Be eternal, to be fruitful too, in memory and heart, will forever.
All boarded, probably overgunned as well, but I'd rather be like do more than less, if you like. So that's all done. So all you need to do is get the scrim round, fill it up. That'll be another day, that'll be a job for James. I'm going to hop over the other side and get the other one boarded and dotted and dabbed. Let's go.
The greatest charm, my thoughts will be all yours.
Well, I ain't no dry liner, and I certainly ain't no plasterer, but there's no point me having James here today when we can't get anything done, so it makes more sense for me to put the effort in where I have to. And you know what? We've done all right, but that's all right. So this side's all been dabbed and dotted and whatnot. This side here has all been done as well. Cables all fed, ready to go as well. So all in all, even though it's a bit of a slower day, it's a very productive day, and those sort of days I like.
Forever glow like a flame that burns, an eternal show.
Sorted, mate. So today there was no James as such. Nothing happened with the RSJs. However, it didn't mean to say that I had nothing to do. So what I did today is I chased out all the wires in the corners from here and in there to make sure all the outside lights and all the wires are all buried underneath the floor for the kitchen, so you can't see none of them. And also started chasing out all the sort of like socket holes, etc., for where all the kitchen sockets are going to go. First fix. Because the main thing you need to do is make sure you get the first fix all planned and done before the kitchen turns up. That's where a lot of people make a mistake, is they forget the extra cost of doing that. Obviously not so difficult for me because I can do it myself and I can do the wiring. I've got friends who can actually sign off the wiring for me. But yeah, it looks like, because James can't get to us for a week, we're going open plan for a few days. Did check the weather though, it looks like we should be quite safe. Well guys, that's 14 days straight done, and the RSJ project is still not finished, and I am feeling the pressure. It wasn't for want of trying though, it's just sometimes a build will take longer than you expect. In fact, anytime you think something's going to happen, times it by 2. How much you think something's going to cost, times it by 2. In fact, times it by 3. With the hire, with the genies, we had to get 2 genies in instead of 1 genie. We had to get a paddy saw. All these things add up, and then you have other elements that you just don't know, like the pad stones not going off overnight. That means I've put me back 1 day. And unfortunately, that means the bifolds aren't in, which I really wanted to. And James can't get to us till next weekend, so that means 5 days with open plan kitchen, quite literally. Anyways, I'm back to the real world tomorrow. I've got a 6 a.m. start, and I'll be grafting all day, and I'll probably do a few hours in the evening. So have a good week, guys. See you soon. So we're working Monday to Friday, and James isn't going to be here till the weekend, so we are got the tarpaulin up. And it's very much like tent living because we're getting some ground frost right now. It's like minus figures and it's bloody cold, and we still have to cook dinner and stuff. So as we come into our makeshift kitchen, we've got the beautiful Victoria in a hoodie. You alright, babes? Cooking our dinner for the night. What we got tonight? Chicken curry. So yeah, we are literally trying to survive right now. Keep going, babes.